Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Agnes and I share all things nails and more. We're going to be doing some Beyonce Texas Hold'em nail art today, so straight away I'm going in with Tan by the gel bottle and I'm doing 2 coats of it. And then I'm going to pop that into the lamp to cure for 60 seconds. I'm using the gel bottle Studio Gel in jet black to paint on her panties, belt and bra. Beyonce shared a bunch of photos on her Instagram when the song first came out, and that's basically what I have based these nails around. And I actually filmed this beginning of March. It took a while to get around to doing this video with just stuff coming up beforehand, and it was also 8 hours worth of footage to cut through, but here we are now, better late than never, I suppose. So I'm just applying the gel bottle Badass for that polka dotty dress effect, and then I'm going in with black glass, which adds the kind of sheer fabric-y finish, I suppose. Applying a small blob of clear builder gel to attach this round charm for a buckle. Cure that, and then I'm going in with top coat, of which I can't seem to find footage of. But anyway, that's the final result. Next, we're going to get a bit more technical. I've saved this photo of Beyonce on my phone, and I'm going to go on edit and go to markup. Using the ruler tool, I am going to map out the nail just to help with the proportions a bit. So I've marked out the bottom of the nail just under her boobs, at the lips, which is around the middle point, top of the nail at her hat. I've marked the necklace, and I'm going to mark the sides of the nails just so it's not so overwhelming and I know exactly what I am actually painting. Now we're going to need a canvas, so I'm applying 2 coats of Daisy, which is the gel bottle's white, and then I'm going to seal it with a matte top coat. I've wiped the nail with acetone before going in with just your plain, regular pencil to sketch out the full thing. Now it's not 100% accurate, I'm not going to pretend like it is, but doing the outlines on the photo definitely helps as a guide. Now at this point, I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking, how on earth is this going to end up looking anything like Beyonce? As it was giving major Marilyn Manson going for a rodeo vibe, but you're just gonna roll with it, trust the process. I've got a little dish of water and a dish lined with a paper towel, which I am soaking with water. I'm going to be working with just plain, regular acrylic paint, like canvas type paint. These ones are by Dalaroni, and you can buy a pack from Amazon for around £30, I think. So dispensing blobs onto my dish, and the reason why we lined it with a wet towel is so that the acrylic doesn't dry out whilst I work. First I'm going in with a light skin colour all over just to give me a foundation to start from, and then I went in with black on the hat, dress and the glasses. I'm just giving her some features just to fill my confidence a little that it will start to look like Beyonce, hopefully at this point. But for your pleasure of watching, I have clipped out the hundreds of times that I picked up colour, wetted my brush or cleaned the brush. I swear I have the patience of a saint. But yeah, in case anyone was wondering, no, I do not have a magical self-refilling brush. Oh, I wish I did. Speaking of a brush, the one I am using is the Gel Bottles #1 liner brush, which is a bit tired looking, but it's still got some life in it. So as you can see, I have been layering different shades of skin colour, adding highlights and shadows, lots of going over the same spots to get the colouring and the shapes right. The nose I found was the hardest to get right, still not quite happy with it, but it's the best I could do after many attempts. And bear in mind guys, this is all tiny. If anyone's watching and you haven't used acrylic paint before, it does air dry, so there's no need to cure this in the lamp. And if you're doing something really detailed or realistic looking, I will always reach for my acrylic paint. I find the precision, pigment and detail you can get with these paints is unmatched with gel polish. And it's not often, to be honest, that I would use these on a client. Certainly with the likes of this design, as no one would really sit for that long to get their nails done, and of course the longer it takes, the more it costs as well. So tackling the hair now, adding some shadows to show her curls, and whilst I do that, I'm just going to have a little chat with you guys. How's everyone been keeping? I hope you're all doing good. Recently, my channel has been a bit more quiet than what I would like it to be, but that's because I went down south to Hona's event a few weeks back, and after which it took me quite some time to put together the vlog of it, which is on my channel. The link is on screen now if you want to go check it out. But with that being said, I have recently reached 1,000 subscribers, so I'm super buzzing about that. Thank you so much. But yeah, I've had some projects and I've been doing clients, and the Beyonce video has taken the longest time to get done, and you might have seen some shorts of the Beyonce nails a few months back as well, so I'm glad it's finally up. While I was chatting away to you, I did touch up around the hat and added some highlights with white gel polish, which I cured in a lamp before I applied 2 coats of Extreme Shine top coat. And this is the finished result. Quite happy with it, if I do say so myself. I'd just like to mention that I have planned out this whole design before I started working, and I've made up these nail planner sheets which are super handy. I am actually currently working on building my own nail supplies online shop or website, and these will be available to purchase when I have it up and running in the near future. Moving on, I am going in with the tan again. We're doing 2 coats of it, and here we have the inspo photo for our third nail. So she's wearing these funky metal heart shaped, I was gonna say pants, but I'm not sure you would call it that. I've placed a heart charm at the bottom for proportions. I'm going in with jet black studio gel for the belt, and I'm going to pop that in a lamp to cure. Now I've got some chain which I am going to measure out and cut using pliers, placing a little dab of clear builder gel at the bottom of the nail, which I am dragging up the nail for the chain. Now using pliers, I am placing the heart and the chain in the builder gel and quickly placing it in the lamp to cure before anything moves around. That's it, all cured in place, and as you can see I've got a slight gap between the chain and the belt, so I'm filling that in with some more black studio gel, and I'm going to pop that in a lamp to cure before going in with my top coat. In my nail plan, I did have like the bra in my design as well. However, I felt it might look a bit too gimmicky. However, once I top coated it, I did feel it was a bit plain at the top. So I'm going in with a buffer, removing the shine, and then I'm going in with my nail glue, doing 2 little dots, and then I'm going in with these black round rhinestones, which I actually think are a really good match with her bra. And yeah, I was glad I did that in the end. And then I'm just going in with my Extreme Shine top coat and sealing those rhinestones into place, and I am top coating the whole nail at this point as well. And that's that nail done. I'm going to pop that in the lamp to cure, and I think at this point you've probably clocked on that I am not doing these nails in any particular order. So next up we've got a thumbnail, which again is going to get 2 coats of tan, and our inspo photo for this nail is this Diamante blazer, which is fab. So I'm going in with the Gel Bottles V088 for the blazer. I've switched my brush over to the number 2 liner brush, which is slightly longer, which makes it easier to get those clean long lines, and I'm doing 2 coats of the V088, and I'm curing that before going in with studio gel in Bling, and I'm putting a round blob at the top of the nail, and then I'm bringing it down the nail, outlining the blazer. Next, my OCD was majorly triggered when I started to stripe the brush all over that perfectly clean, neat design, just adding these silver lines everywhere to replicate the silver threading, I think it is, that's going through her blazer and the net top that she's got on. Cured that before coating the whole nail with clear builder gel. Not curing it just yet, I'm going in with these Diamantes, placing this long triangular one in the middle, which complements the shape of the blazer, along with 2 upside down teardrop Diamantes on either side, filling in the gaps at the top with small rhinestones, which I am also placing all around the nail, lining a couple up at each spot. Let me know what you guys think about Queen Bee's latest album, Cowboy Carter. I think Texas Hold'em definitely set that recent yeehaw or the whole Western trend, and do you know what? I am 100% here for it. So I finished placing all the rhinestones on the nail, curing that, and then I'm going in with a top coat and my liner brush. I'm going around all the rhinestones, making sure I've sealed everything in. I don't like to go over the rhinestones because I find it dulls them down and they lose their kind of sparkle, if you like. But anyway, this is the way the nail turned out. Absolutely love it. I think it resembles this outfit so well. Anyway, next I've got a pinky nail and I'm going in with the Gel Bottles Au Naturel. I'm doing 2 coats of it and doing the same for the other pinky. I'm using Daisy and applying it about halfway up the nail. Then with number 1 liner brush, I am bringing the white up the sides of the nail, creating a French, making sure my smile line is nice and crisp and even, and then I'm repeating these steps on the other pinky. And there we have 2 Frenchy pinkies. Using Studio Gel in Candy, I am bringing an uneven line down the middle of the nail, which is going to be the stem of a rose. I'm giving it some leaves on either side of the stem, and then simply by placing some lines down for the head of the rose, I'm working from the outside inwards. This is a super easy technique of doing roses, and as you can see, very quickly it's looking like a rose and it's really effective. I'm just doing some little leaves at the bottom pointing downwards, and I'm going to cure this nail and then I'm going to top coat it. For the other pinky, we're going to do some kisses. I'm mapping the kisses out by making 2 dots for the upper lips. Then I'm going in with my brush and I'm connecting these dots, dragging the sides down and then painting on the bottom lip. Again, very easy but super effective. Cure and top coat. I think we are now on to our 7th nail. If you're still watching, thank you so much. If you're enjoying this video, please be sure to give it a like. It helps me out a lot. I am going to go ahead and do 2 coats of Jet Black, Cure, and then I'm going in with my Studio Gel in Mirror Chrome. So this nail is inspired by the Louis Vuitton belt she's got on. I marked out the top of the V and the 3 points of the L, and then I'm just connecting all those dots. So now we've got a V and an L. I am filling those in, making them thicker, referring to the photo, making the tips of the letters almost like kind of like a bone. Moving on, I'm doing the sort of speckle things that's on either side of the logo. So I'm just doing the outside and doing some dots in the inside. Cure those details, and then I'm going in with my top coat. Not curing it just yet. Using silver microbeads, I am creating the effect of the metal studded squares. And once I'm happy with that, I am going to cure it in the lamp. And lastly, I'm going in with the tiniest bit of Jet Black over the logo, adding some minor detailing. And once I'm happy with that, I am going to top coat the whole nail, encapsulating those microbeads. And there we have it. Next up, we're doing another, shall we call it like Picasso style nail? Same as the first one, I've already done 2 coats of Daisy and I've sealed it with matte top coats, wiped it with acetone, and then I sketched all my outlines. So here I am just painting it all in using my acrylic paint now. So this nail is actually smaller than the first one I did, which was a middle nail, and this one is a ring finger. Because I'm pretty much doing the same process as I did with the first so-called Picasso style nail, I am going to give you a little break from my voice and leave you to enjoy this. We do still have another 2 nails to do, so if you want to skip forwards, feel free to do so using the timeline below. Now unfortunately I cannot play "This in Texas ain't no hold'em, so lay your cards down, 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 down," because I will get demonetized. Well, I've not even monetized yet, but I will get copyrighted. So I'm going to leave you with some royalty-free music to enjoy, and I do apologise. And I'm back, and we have satisfying footage in 3, 2, 1. Oh, and there we have the finished result. All that's left to do now is to top coat, and how satisfying is that? It all just comes together. Yes. And I am double top coating it just to get a more flush finish. And this is the finished result. Now for this next nail, I have already gone ahead and I've done 2 coats of Jet Black, and I'm sealing it with matte top coat. I'm wiping over with acetone and then picking up Daisy on my liner 1 brush, and I thought to myself, I cannot do this set of nails and not do the Texas Hold'em car plate, so I'm mapping it all out and starting out with Hold'em as it's the longest part, then doing the Texas. And once I've done that, I am just going over all those letters and making them chunkier. And along comes baby Freya, in desperate need of some cuddles that just could not wait. When all you're trying to do is get your work done, but you've got motherly duties. Bearing in mind I filmed this video beginning of March, so Freya was just a little baby of 4 months back then. Luckily she's now grown out of the habit of jumping on a nail desk. Ugh. So here I'm carving out all the writing. I'm going in with jet black, neatening up any lines. I'm going to cure that before I go in with the top coat, and I did decide to keep it shiny as opposed to matte, although in hindsight matte black would have been really nice also. Last but not least, I went in with 2 coats of jet black, and I've reached for my clear rubber base coat, which I'm applying on a nail but not curing it just yet. So we're going to do some more of those micro beaded squares for this nail, and I'm going to do the full nail the way it's checked on Beyonce's outfit. Now, rather than attempting to do the full nail all at once and all the micro beads gliding everywhere, I have decided to cure that square and then doing individual squares and curing them as I go. This way it's all more controlled. Now, I'm not going to lie, this was quite awkward and flimsy to do, but I got there in the end. Popping this nail in the lamp to cure, and then I'm going in with my top coat to encapsulate all those micro beads. And there we have all 10 of our Beyonce Texas Hold'em themed nails. I had so much fun creating these, and if you're still here watching, I want to say a massive thank you for sticking around. And if you have any suggestions on what I should try doing next, please do leave a comment down below and let me know. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, if you did, please do give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure to also hit the bell button to be notified of my future videos. Until next time, bye!